Hey everybody, this is TJR, and this arrived at my doorstep today. This is Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. And of course, I own this on CD. I don't think I've ever owned it on vinyl. If I did, it was a long time ago. It was probably something I bought used. And naturally, of course, wishing I'd kept that used vinyl, but oh well, what can you do? That was a long time ago. This, of course, is brand new. This is the remasters that were done some years back by Jimmy Page. And when the remasters were done with the bonus discs, the CD versions, I only bought Led Zeppelin 3 because it's a favorite of mine, of their catalog. I thought that the bonus tracks included with that were intriguing, and so I wanted to make a direct comparison too as well from my previous CD version to this new CD version. I have owned the catalog in a Japanese box set, which replicates the original album vinyl packaging, and they're pressed in Japan. I think they sound really good, and I wanted to compare, and I did. And I honestly didn't hear any real significant difference, in my opinion, that made me think I've got to go out and get the rest of these remasters. And quite frankly, the bonus discs on the remasters from a few years back didn't really intrigue me all that much. I mean, I listened to them on streaming. Maybe I might hear one or two exceptional tracks, but not enough to really make me want to own it. The only one exception to that was Coda. Surprisingly, Coda was loaded with just a treasure trove of bonus tracks, and I loved listening to them. There was all kinds of great stuff on that. And Coda itself, the album, was expanded well beyond what the original album featured. So that was the only one that I really said, okay, I've got to get this one. 3 was just for comparison purposes, and of course, Coda came out later. But at any rate, though, I decided to go ahead and pick up this vinyl record from the remastered series because it was like under $17, brand new, on Amazon. And so I decided, okay, I'll pick this up. Now, of course, we'll take a look at this here and see how it looks here. And afterwards, I'm going to, of course, make a comparison between my CD copy, which is from that Japanese set that I mentioned earlier. We're going to make a comparison between the two here. And after I've opened this here and, looked it over, we'll go ahead and I'll listen to it and come back with my report on that. That'll be on the same video. But let's go ahead here and just open this up here. We'll do our little unboxing here. We've got a little hype sticker. I'm going to read that real quick here. The classic album on 180-gram vinyl includes The Song Remains the Same and No Quarter. Okay, that's all it says. And here we go. We'll check this out. I assume this is the recent remaster. It doesn't say anything about it on the hype sticker. I'm assuming it is. Here we go. But yeah. Oh, well, I'll be doggone. I don't like this. This hype sticker is actually on the actual, I thought it was on the plastic wrap. It's actually on the actual record. I do not like that. Okay, let's pull off this, pull this off here. Yeah, if I had a used copy, it never had this on it. This would have been long gone. Whoever originally had it must probably threw it away. Not even 100% sure I did. There we go. Still just an incredibly dark and mysterious cover. Yeah. I remember when this was first released on CD, I read, that really bugs me that that's there. I read an interview with Robert Plant about the CD release. Back then, all they did was they took just this front image and, of course, reduced it. It was just a single page insert. That was it. And he talked about the amount of work that went into making this cover here. And he said, now it's just a little sheet of paper on a CD. So I'm glad that later releases, of course, at least on CDs and like the version I have, replicated this. Then, of course, we have this very mysterious inner cover that looks like something out of a horror movie, in my opinion. Yeah. Really nice. Let's pull this out here. Okay. Yeah, 180-gram vinyl. This has got to be the remaster. Anti-static inner sleeve there. So nice. That's always good. And when they're just plain paper sleeves, I just replace them with anti-static sleeves. Original lyric sheet here. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that the complete lyrics to a Led Zeppelin album were included with the album. In fact, I am not mistaken. My brain just went back to remember the other albums, and yeah, this was the first time they did this. On just a really nice textured paper. The original was like this too, of course. And my CD edition, the Japanese set, replicates all of this. So very nice. There we go. I've only bought one other vinyl version from the remastered series. That was Physical Graffiti. Because that's really probably the Zeppelin album that I think is the real masterpiece. I mean, they're all good. I like them all, but that to me is the real standout one. This is a great album too, of course. But like I said, this was $17, so couldn't pass that up. Okay, gonna put this on the turntable. Gonna digitize it. Gonna listen to it. Then I'm going to compare it to the CD that I have, the Japanese CD. I'll let you know what I think. Okay, it has been a week since the unboxing here of this vinyl repressing of Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. And during that time, I've listened to it. And I've also made a comparison between my CD copy here of the same album. Now, this particular CD pressing that I have here is from a Japanese set that I bought quite a number of years ago that came out back in 2008. I have the box right here. It's called Led Zeppelin, the Definitive Edition. It features the entire catalog, featuring mini vinyl replicas. And I've had this for a number of years. I used to have the late 90s set that was released back when CDs first became a thing. There was the 4 CD set, and then there was the 2 CD, the little box set that contained the rest of the catalog. And I used to have those. Back in those days, I was very much, you only own one copy of something. You don't own multiple copies. And I got rid of those to have this because I felt like I much better appreciated having the catalog this way because everything was formatted to the way the original albums were actually sequenced versus those 2 sets where everything's sequenced quite differently. Also, as near as I can tell, these are the same remasters that were used in the 90s. Now, if anybody knows different about this, please let me know. But as near as I can tell, they're the same. The exact same remasterings are used. I just preferred it in this packaging better. So I got rid of those. Nowadays I'd feel different. I'd probably keep both just for the heck of it, unless I really needed the room. So I compared these two just to see what I thought. And I'll be honest, I really felt that there wasn't that much difference between the two. And also, I really felt like this CD might have sounded just a little bit better. Now, depending on how closely you follow this channel, you might be aware of the fact that quite some time ago, I picked up the reissue of Physical Graffiti. And until I picked this up, I have picked up none of the later remasters that Jimmy Page did a few years back on CD or on vinyl. I picked up this one because Physical Graffiti is such a favorite of mine, and finding a used copy of this at a good price is going to be very hard. And if you hear some noise, that's just Superfan working on stuff. Say hi, Superfan.
Hello.
Anyways, though, yeah, I picked it up, and I remember I did a comparison back then, and I heard very little difference between this and the version that was on this box set here. I remember thinking this might have sounded just maybe a tiny bit, maybe just a teeny tiny bit better, but not by much. With this experience here, with this one here, I personally was not that impressed with it. I didn't think the soundstage was all that great by comparison. And I kind of felt this sounded just a little bit better, to be honest. So I think as far as any more Led Zeppelin on vinyl, this was my second time buying Led Zeppelin on vinyl because it was so inexpensive. At this point, now that I'm kind of going back into the used record stores again, I'm only just going to pick up, older pre-digital pressings and go with that instead. And I'm sure they're going to be really expensive because prices being what they are. But, and I think it's safe to say that I'm probably going to trade this in at some point. I'll admit, reproduction-wise, this looked great, but was not that impressed with the sound of it. It didn't sound terrible. It sounded fine, but it was no real improvement over this. So, yeah. So at some point I see myself probably letting this go. Also, I still can't believe this, that they put the hype sticker on the Pickin' cover. That's just, to me, is insane. And that's ludicrous to put that there. You can't peel it off without damaging it, so I'm not even going to try. Yeah. So, a bit disappointed. It sounded fine, but it was nothing special in my opinion. Yeah, so like I said, when I go to the used stores, I haven't really seen much used Led Zeppelin when I go to the stores, the used record stores. Like I said, prices being what they are, they're probably a lot harder to come by. People are holding on to them. But if I do, and it's a decent enough price, I feel like I can get it. I'll probably start picking up older pressings, early pressings, hopefully. Give them a listen and see if I don't feel it's an improvement over this. But otherwise, though, I've enjoyed this CD set for just the longest time. It's a great set. I love the vinyl reproductions. It also gives you the alternate rare covers of Led Zeppelin 1 and In Through the Outdoor. It's a cool set, a very cool set. So with this particular CD versus vinyl comparison, I'm gonna have to say the CD wins, and not the vinyl. And as you know from previous videos, sometimes I find the CD is better, sometimes I find the vinyl is better. Sometimes they're both different, but I like them both for different reasons. So this time, CD wins. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know any information you might have about earlier Led Zeppelin pressings. I'm still kind of new to the whole vinyl thing, so I'm still learning myself. But if you have any information you think might be useful and you'd like to share with me, please let me know. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click like, click subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And if you'd like to show some extra support, consider becoming a patron supporter. Patron supporters get access to exclusive content and also early access to selected videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.